Assalamu alaikum all. Today I'm going to be talking about how this 20-year-old Muslim female made $3 million within 6 months. It's a really popular video by someone called Inaya McMillan. And it was a fantastic video, fantastic inspiration. And we're going to talk about my thoughts on that today. Welcome to Simple Muslim Money, which is all about simple halal investing and personal finance for Muslims.
Even starting at a young age, it definitely made me realize that I'm a little bit different. It was a little bit hard to fit in. I'm Black, I'm Hispanic, I'm Muslim. I went through so many different phases of trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
Yeah, so this girl, she's like young, Black, Hispanic and Muslim. So it's fantastic to see someone like from that sort of diverse background. And I think it's like a fantastic like inspiration and something that I'm so happy that she made this video just to kind of give that inspiration to other people. And that being different, doesn't mean you still can't make money online and set up a business and do things like that. And I definitely encourage people to kind of share this video with their daughters, sisters, family, whoever, just to kind of like, I think it's really important to have that kind of Muslim representation online. I want people to get kind of inspired and I think, just because I'm a Muslim, I can't make money and, it's bad to make money online. No, it's totally fine to do that and make money online, but also use it for good and, to do things for yourself as well. It's like really good and really important that, as Muslims, we want to kind of develop our careers, develop ourselves, make money, and then we can use that money for good reasons. Another thing I want to say about the video, what I really like about it, it's a really great example of how, anyone can just start a YouTube channel just by sitting down, just recording some stuff, sharing your journey. There is people out there that want to hear about it and you constantly learn. You look at her video, it's quite simple the way she did it. She's got some nice little edits in there, but it's like really captivating and really good story to hear about.
And we were always super close. First day I got there, he took me to his room and he showed me the stack of books that he had. And one of them was called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And he's like, you got to read this book. You got to start reading. It's really going to change your mindset. It's really going to help you be successful.
So here she talks about like reading and also, I would say things like podcasts and stuff like that, just kind of changing a mindset. I didn't even think about business or making money like this until I was about 30, like in my early 30s, when I started kind of hearing about books and reading and podcasts and things like that. It's kind of really changed my mindset now. So it's really important, especially, the younger you can do it, fantastic. So if you've got any younger family members or anyone like that, definitely just encourage them, just like read a few books. There's so many out there. There's so much amazing stuff you can learn.
The same year that I was living by myself, my oldest brother passed away. And when he passed away, my whole perspective on life changed. Everything, like school, the people that I hung around, what was important to me, how I was spending each day, because I really realized that life is so short.
Yeah, so she was talking about her brother passing away. And yeah, this is like a really important thing to kind of note, we have this short life here on this earth and it's about making the most of it. And I also listened to this podcast called High Performance Podcast, and they had like a viewer on there that had just sort of discovered that they had stage 4 cancer and how it kind of changed their perspective on life and just kind of made me realize, well, like anything can change at any moment and we just don't know it. So it's definitely important, try and make the most of things. As we do only have this sort of one life.
Someone else to tell me if I was worth doing a job or not, or if I was good enough to do something. Because if I wanted to do something, I just had to decide to do it, and I don't need validation from someone else, whether that be a teacher, whether that be a professor, whether that be an employer, from anyone.
So yeah, this is a really good point. It's like you don't need validation, you don't need permission. And this is something I used to think, all right, I want to invest money, I need to speak to someone, I need to, sort something out like that. But that is not the case at all. Like, it is sometimes just reading things and just doing it and don't need permission from anyone. And definitely another good way to get over that is like if you've got friends or anyone you can speak to kind of help you with that, that'd be fantastic as well. But that's definitely something that held me back, like thinking, oh my gosh, who am I? I'm this guy, I'm like Muslim, I'm I don't know anyone that does this stuff, that anyone set up a business or anything like that. And, do I need a professor, a teacher or someone that's already made it tell me stuff? That is not the case at all. Just go out and just kind of do it. And that's a massive sort of mindset shift for me.
Once I got into college and I started going through the day-to-days, I was working 2 full-time jobs. It was exhausting. I spent a lot of time doing things for other people.
So yeah, she talked about having 2 full-time jobs, just working really hard and like, just how much time it took up. And that's a really good thing to think about, when you're setting up a business and trying to make money, is like, you could give yourself kind of more freedom and more flexibility. And, it must have been really tough, like doing those jobs. And, I know there's lots of people out there, like, I know my mum and dad growing up, they worked like lots of hours and things like that. So definitely by having this business, you could kind of think about your future as well, and how to make your life better and the life that you want to live in the future. That's like really important.
So after trying e-com, drop shipping, trading stock options, I finally started Airbnb.
So yeah, this is really good, and the big important lesson to learn about this is trying different things out. She tried lots of different businesses and lots of them didn't work. That's the same for me as well. I tried like loads of things. I was selling stuff on eBay, trying Amazon FBA. I was drop shipping as well. I was doing t-shirts for a bit. I did this Facebook marketing thing. Like I tried a lot of stuff that has not worked, but now I'm getting to just kind of create a sort of business content creation, which I kind of really enjoy. And it's just, I mean, more than likely the first thing you try is going to fail, but it's just try things out, find out what works for you, read books, read podcasts. I mean, that's going to be a massive impact. And definitely if you've got kids or anyone younger like that, definitely try and get them into that. I'm trying to get my son to kind of learn about this sort of stuff, and sometimes he doesn't want to hear things from me as well. So this is like a great video that I can share with him as well. But I mean, especially more so like if you have a sister or a daughter or something. I think it's so important to have those role models, and I don't think there is enough of them. There's not enough representation, and it does make a massive difference. And like even as a guy, as a Muslim guy, like thinking, oh my gosh, can I make money? Is it okay to make money as a Muslim? And how do you make money in a halal way? Is that even possible? And the more we can share that, we could like definitely say it is possible. It's definitely something that Allah has like given us this like ability to learn and do things. So alhamdulillah, we need to kind of use that and use it for the benefit of everyone, and and build those rewards.
I learned how to do rental arbitrage, and at first I didn't really understand it fully, but I was learning as I went. I kind of went through the mistakes, the learning curves, figured out what worked and what didn't work. And then everyone started seeing like this 20-year-old girl is making 5 figures a month, is making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a month.
Yeah, and she speaks about now how she got into Airbnb, which is like retail arbitrage, where you kind of hire out a property like for a couple of years, then you kind of let it out on Airbnb, and this is known as sort of retail arbitrage. So you make more money by sort of renting out to people on Airbnb and then paying your rent on the property, and then you kind of have that difference. And like a lot of people make a lot of money from this. There's so much information out there, and she spoke about how much money she's making later on in the video. She was saying how she made $1 million from a month, which is like crazy, and she's got like loads of properties and stuff like that. And she also sort of does it with her husband, so they kind of work together and do all of this as well. So I don't think I could ever work with my wife. Just when at work, I think there'd be too many arguments, and she would probably constantly sort of be kind of looking at what I'm doing and thinking it's not good and not good enough and stuff like that. So I'm definitely happy keeping those things kind of separate.
Everyone started asking a ton of questions. So after we started our coaching business, we kind of just kept scaling and growing.
So this is fantastic. Now she's now kind of scaling it up, and she's kind of diversing into coaching. Coaching seems to be like massive. I know, like, I don't know anyone that does coaching or online coaching, but if you go online, there's people doing coaching courses, all sorts of stuff. I've bought loads of courses, and it shows that there is so much money out there. So it's just about learning, and whatever you learn, then kind of sharing. If you look at things like Skillshare, these sort of platforms, people are doing make like massive amounts of money. I know I spoke to Ali Abdal about it a long time ago, before he was as big as he is now, and he was just it was like crazy amounts of money. And definitely something that I hope I can get into. I don't know how yet, but that's definitely something I want to do. And it's fantastic. She's kind of like using her knowledge, so she's getting the money through the rental side of things, but also now doing the coaching as well, which seems to be like a massive amount as well.
When we were finally able to start bringing our family in and bringing people in and actually changing their lives, I think it was so inspirational to them.
I love this, like bringing family into the business. I know he said I wouldn't want to probably work with my wife, but if you could bring family in to help out, and you can find a way for that to work, like I have heard of people doing that. And like if I did have my wife in the business, then maybe I know she could do something totally different potentially. We'll see anyway if that ever ends up happening. But maybe like you might bring your mother in or someone else that and just kind of give them a good flexible job to work with you. That would be fantastic. That would be an amazing dream for me as well, if I could bring people in. I don't know, maybe my kids and whoever. I know some people don't like that idea, and there is a lot of things saying don't mix family with business. But it's definitely something I'm quite keen to do, especially I've got one son with special needs. I'm thinking like long term, what can I do to help him? And giving him a job in a business that I have would be amazing. Like just to kind of share that success with other people. And also I remember hearing this on the podcast somewhere else, like if you help someone out then their success becomes your success as well. So, you know, say if I help someone out and they did like a massive business, I'm going to have a fantastic connection with that person. And, you know, they can help me out, I can help them out. And, you know, that is like amazing. Like I remember hearing someone talking about they were getting sued by someone. So if you know people, they'll help you. They'll give you a lawyer or whatever. And, you know, whatever you need, you're going to get lots of business problems. There's like things with tax and managing your money and how you scale your business, all of that stuff. If you have these friends and connections and you're someone that shares and does all of that sort of stuff, that's just going to, you know, come back right at you. You're going to get so much blessing out of that, and you're going to get so much help out of that as well.
That I'm actually a female entrepreneur, and just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you can't be driven, that you can't be outspoken or say how you feel. If you have a dream, go after it and chase it.
Yeah, and just that's so true. Like, you know, if you have a dream, like it's just about trying to change that mindset. And, you know, sometimes it seems easy as just saying, oh, you have a dream, just go for it. But no, look at podcasts, look at books, look at things like that. There's loads of other things out there. Like one thing I have is like a vision board. I know it sounds quite cheesy, but it's actually like really good. I look at that and I realize, look, if I keep working, then these are the sort of goals that I'll work and things that I can do. So potentially, I don't know, you know, travel is something I really want to do. I want to do this scuba diving trip. You know, I want to make great videos. I want to connect with people as well. So, you know, having that vision board really helps me when I don't feel like working and I don't feel disciplined. Kind of really helps. And this is like a idea I kind of got from Arnold Schwarzenegger from his book Be Useful, which is fantastic, by the way. Yeah, I just want to say, if you've enjoyed this video, please check out my other video where I talk about 3 bad habits holding back Muslims from financial freedom.